Welcome back to our channel, your ultimate source for the most explosive daytime drama. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the latest scandals rocking Los Angeles. Grab your favorite drink and settle in, because the upcoming twists will leave you completely breathless. The collision course is set. The brakes are completely gone. What happens next on The Bold and the Beautiful is an inevitable, catastrophic crash of fate, pride, and high-stakes consequences. The battle lines drawn in Blood and Couture are about to detonate. Brooke Logan Forrester does not flinch. She does not waver. The matriarch of the Logan family has turned to stone. The bloodline is severed. The sisterhood is dead. Katie Logan Spencer stands before her. Katie is trembling. Katie is desperate. The tears fall freely down Katie's face. She begs for a second chance. She pleads for understanding. It is useless. Brooke has drawn a line in the sand. That line is now a massive, unbridgeable chasm. Brooke will not budge. She has officially disowned Katie. That singular, devastating decision has shaken the entire Forrester family to its very core. The shockwaves are tearing through the mansions and boardrooms of Los Angeles. Even a heartfelt, emotional talk between Katie and Eric Forrester fails to move the needle. Eric is battered. Eric is bruised. The physical black eye he sports is a direct reflection of the damage inflicted on his legacy. Katie's apologies echo in empty rooms. Brooke remains absolutely determined. She will keep Katie at arm's length. She will block every attempt at reconciliation. No matter what happens next, Brooke's heart is locked away. The rest of the Forresters are standing right behind Brooke. The frustration is mutual. The anger is collective. The Forrester clan has formed an impenetrable wall of rage against the House of Logan. Will Spencer is the gasoline on this raging inferno. His reckless, impulsive behavior has only made the tensions worse. The violent brawl at the bikini bar is fresh in everyone's minds. The assault on Eric Forrester is unforgivable. Nobody in the Forrester family is ready to forgive. Nobody is ready to forget. The fractured family drama is escalating by the minute. This war will stretch on for weeks. It will consume everyone in its path. Fans must brace for the ultimate fallout. Old wounds rarely heal overnight in this town. When they are ripped open again, they bleed faster than before. The corporate war is now a deeply personal blood feud. Across town, the collateral damage is piling up. Will Spencer feels completely crushed. The weight of Elektra Forrester's absolute anger is suffocating him. He cannot breathe. He cannot think. Will retreats to the beach house. He is isolated. He is vulnerable. He is drowning in guilt and regret. The silence of the empty house is deafening. Melissa Dillon steps into the shadows. She does not judge. She does not scream. She offers comfort. She offers a soft landing for a broken man. Will leans on Dillon. He leans hard. The emotional support is intoxicating. Their bond grows stronger with every passing conversation. Every shared glance. Every whispered confession in the dark. Will's extreme vulnerability is a dangerous weapon. It is pushing him toward a highly reckless decision. The pain of losing Elektra is too much to bear sober. The alcohol flows. The inhibitions drop. A night of heavy drinking is about to tip things over the edge completely. The boundaries of friendship are blurring fast. The proximity is electric. The tension is thick. Passion is ready to ignite between Will and Dillon. Before the week ends, a desperate search for comfort will turn into a physical surrender. Will is risking everything for a single moment of passion. He is crossing a line he can never uncross. The consequences will be explosive. Meanwhile, Elektra Forrester is facing her own dangerous temptation. She is furious at Will. She is heartbroken. She is looking for an escape from the relentless pain. RJ Forrester is standing right there. RJ is eager. RJ is protective. RJ still carries deep, unresolved feelings for Dylan, but his eyes are locked on Elektra. RJ capitalizes on the chaos. He offers Elektra the stability that will destroy. He offers her a safe harbor. But the underlying romantic tension is undeniable. Elektra is tempted. The magnetic pull is strong. She wants to hurt Will. She wants to feel desired. RJ is the perfect, dangerous distraction. Four hearts are about to collide in dramatic fashion. Will, Dylan, Elektra, and RJ are trapped in a volatile love quadrangle. Every move is a mistake. Every kiss is a betrayal. Soap fans can expect massive tension. These young couples are navigating impossibly messy feelings. The fallout from these romantic collisions will change the landscape of Forrester Creations forever. In another part of the city, a silent tragedy is unfolding. Carter Walton and Daphne Rose Walton are trapped in a nightmare. They remain completely stuck in their grief. Their beautiful dream of starting a family has been violently derailed. The future they planned is gone. The nursery will remain empty. Daphne's infertility news hit them like a freight train. The diagnosis of early menopause is a heavy, suffocating anchor. It is dragging Daphne down into the dark. Daphne is slipping. She is falling into a deep, paralyzing sadness. Without proper support, she will drown in her own despair. The vibrant woman Carter married is fading away. Carter is trying to stay strong. He is playing the role of the supportive husband. He is a rock. He holds her when she cries. He whispers that they will survive this test. But cracks in Carter's composure are starting to show. The facade is crumbling. He struggles privately. He breaks down when Daphne is not looking. Carter is comforting Daphne outwardly, but he is bleeding internally. His own heartbreak is immense. He wanted a child just as badly as she did. Their marriage faces a massive, defining test this week. The strain of infertility is notorious for tearing couples apart. The silence in their home is deafening. Fans have watched this couple endure so much already. They fought for their love. They overcame every obstacle. Now, they are facing an invisible enemy they cannot defeat. This storyline promises raw, unfiltered emotion. Both partners are desperately searching for hope in a hopeless situation. The tears will flow. The heartbreak will deepen. While Carter and Daphne fight to save their marriage, a different kind of obsession is brewing. Sheila is on the prowl. She simply cannot quit John Finn Finnegan. Finn made his boundaries painfully clear. He looked his biological mother in the eye and shut the door. He insists she cannot come anywhere near his family. Steffy Forrester Finnegan wants Sheila gone for good. Steffi's trauma is real. Her fear is justified. She demands total separation from the monster who shot them. Finn intends to honor his wife's wishes fully. He is standing strong. He is protecting his home. He is choosing his marriage over his toxic bloodline. Sheila, however, rarely takes no for an answer. Rejection does not stop her. Rejection only fuels her madness. The good mother act is officially over. Sheila is retreating to the shadows. She is pacing. She is calculating. She is cooking up a brand new scheme entirely. A scheme that nobody will see coming. Getting close to Finn remains her absolute obsession. He is her son. She believes they belong together. She will destroy anyone who stands in her way. This dangerous game puts Steffi's peace at severe risk. Steffi thinks she has won. Steffi thinks the nightmare is over. She is dead wrong. Viewers must expect Sheila to strike again soon. She never truly backs down. She only regroups. The next attack will be calculated, precise, and utterly devastating. Meanwhile, the corporate fashion war rages on. Hope Logan Spencer is diving headfirst into her next collection. She has left Forrester Creations behind. She is fully committed to Logan. Hope teams up with Deke Sharp once again. The sibling duo is a creative powerhouse. They are locked in the design room. They are working around the clock. Together, they brainstorm bold new ideas. The sketches are fierce. The fabrics are revolutionary. They are building a collection that will obliterate the competition. Their creative energy fills the room with excitement. Hope is smiling again. The guilt of betraying Brooke is fading. The thrill of victory is taking over. Everything seems to be going perfectly smoothly for Hope. The launch is on track. The designs are flawless. Logan is about to dominate the fashion world. But that calm is about to be violently shattered. The heavy doors of the Logan design room are about to fly open. An unexpected visitor is barging in. The creative sanctuary is breached. The intruder steps into the room. The air gets sucked out of the space. The tension spikes instantly. Steffi Forrester Finnegan could be the one barging in. Steffi is furious. Steffi wants revenge for the corporate theft. She is ready to stir up massive trouble. Or, Brooke Logan Forrester might launch a confrontation instead. Brooke is desperate. Brooke is unyielding. She demands her daughter return to the fold. Either way, Hope's vital work gets interrupted at the absolute worst possible moment. The standoff is intense. The words exchanged will be sharp and unforgiving. This unexpected twist promises real, explosive drama for the fashion week ahead. The runway is set. The models are ready. But the backstage battles are where the real blood will be spilled. The stakes have never been higher. The betrayals have never cut deeper. Los Angeles is a powder keg, and the fuse is burning fast. Will Hope's fashion empire crumble before it even begins? Next. Steffi Forrester Finnegan is about to watch her flawless world burn to the ground. The Cliff House is set to become a war zone, and the collateral damage goes by the name of Wyatt Spencer. The crashing waves below the Cliff House are nothing compared to the catastrophic tidal wave about to obliterate Steffi and John Finnegan's marriage. For 5 years, Finn and Queen Steffi have stood as the ultimate symbol of unshakable love on the bold and the beautiful. They have survived shootings, kidnappings, and memory loss. They are on the verge of celebrating their monumental 5th wedding anniversary. The champagne is chilling. The diamonds are polished. The romantic getaway is booked. But a lethal, venomous shadow is slithering right back into their sanctuary, and her name is Sheila Carter. Sheila is not just knocking on the door, she is kicking it down psychologically. The reformed act is a masterclass in manipulation, and Finn is falling right into the trap. The good doctor is cracking under the relentless, suffocating pressure of his biological mother's fake tears and desperate pleas. Sheila is cornering him in the sterile, cold walls of his hospital office, weaponizing her vulnerability, and chipping away at his defenses day by agonizing day. She is sinking her claws so deep into Finn's psyche that he cannot see the destruction heading straight for his family. The explosion is absolutely inevitable. Steffi is no fool. The Forrester matriarch possesses a radar for deception, and the moment she realizes her husband is secretly entertaining the monster who nearly murdered them both in a dark alley, the Cliff House will transform into a war zone. Picture the devastating confrontation. The anniversary champagne glasses shattered on the hardwood floor. Steffi's eyes blazing with a furious, unyielding fire. Finn stammering, desperately trying to defend the indefensible. The screaming matches will echo all the way down the California coastline as Steffi draws her final, non-negotiable line in the sand. Steffi Forrester does not share her territory, and she absolutely does not compromise with terrorists. We have seen this catastrophic cycle before. Whenever Sheila Carter gets too close, whenever the threat level breaches the red zone, Steffi packs her bags, grabs her children, and flees Los Angeles. The ultimatums are about to fly like daggers. Steffi will demand Finn sever all ties, permanently and publicly, or watch his family walk out the door forever. But this time, Finn's hesitation will be the fatal blow that fractures their marriage beyond repair. A broken marriage leaves a massive, gaping vulnerability, and the timing could not be more dangerous. Because while the Forrester-Finnegan empire crumbles from within, a ghost from Steffi's past has just touched down in Los Angeles. Wyatt Spencer is back, and he is armed, dangerous, and ready to play dirty. The prodigal Spencer son has returned to the epicenter of the fashion world, and he has not yet crossed paths with his spectacular ex-wife. But in a city this small, and a corporate war this vicious, a collision is an absolute guarantee. The fashion war between Forrester Creations and Logan Designs is currently a bloodbath. Eric Forrester's disastrous, unhinged livestream rant has left Forrester bleeding out in the press. Bill Spencer is gleefully weaponizing the free publicity, mobilizing his entire family to crush the Forrester legacy once and for all. Wyatt has been summoned by Dollar Bill to serve as the ultimate corporate mercenary. Wyatt is pitching jewelry lines, securing $100 million diamonds, and preparing to launch a ruthless offensive against Steffi's vulnerable empire. But what happens when the corporate battlefield intersects with a broken heart? Steffi is about to find herself completely isolated. Her husband is being brainwashed by a psychopath. Her grandfather is a viral laughingstock. Her company is facing a catastrophic financial crisis. Steffi is drowning in stress, betrayal, and fury. She desperately needs an escape. She needs an ally. She needs a shoulder to cry on. And Wyatt Spencer is perfectly positioned to catch her when she falls. Imagine the sheer, cinematic tension of their inevitable reunion. Steffi, exhausted and heartbroken, seeking refuge in the dimly lit corners of Il Giardino or a secluded executive lounge. Wyatt, sharp, charming, and radiating that classic Spencer swagger, walking right into her line of sight. The eye contact will be electric. The history between them is undeniable. Wyatt and Steffi share a fiery, complicated past. They were married. They shared a life. The embers of that old romance have been buried, but they have never been fully extinguished. Wyatt knows exactly how to read Steffi. He knows her tells, her fears, and her deepest desires. When he sees the cracks in her armor, he will not hesitate to step in. He will offer her a drink. He will offer her a listening ear. He will remind her of a time when life was simpler, when the passion was easy, and when she did not have to constantly look over her shoulder for a murderous mother-in-law. Wyatt will become the safe haven Steffi is desperately searching for. But here is the million-dollar, explosive question that will define the summer sweeps: what are Wyatt Spencer's true motives? Dollar Bill has ordered his sons to show no mercy in the war against Forrester. Is Wyatt's sudden, comforting presence a calculated, cold-blooded move to extract corporate secrets? Is he flirting with his vulnerable ex-wife to get a leg up in the cutthroat fashion competition? Is Wyatt playing the ultimate game of corporate espionage, using Steffi's shattered marriage as a Trojan horse to destroy her company from the inside out? Or does the Spencer heir still harbor genuine, burning feelings for the woman who got away? Wyatt's history with women is messy, passionate, and wildly unpredictable. Seeing Steffi vulnerable, beautiful, and slipping away from her husband might just reignite a dormant obsession. The lines between business and pleasure are about to blur into a dangerous, intoxicating mess. Wyatt might start this game looking for a corporate advantage, but he is destined to get caught in his own trap when the old sparks erupt into a raging inferno. Steffi is vulnerable, but she is also a Forrester. She operates on passion, adrenaline, and impulse. If Finn continues to prioritize Sheila's manipulative tears over his wife's safety, Steffi will seek validation elsewhere. The moment Wyatt leans in, the moment he offers her the unconditional loyalty that Finn is currently failing to provide, Steffi will cross the line. A secret rendezvous. A stolen kiss in the shadows of the Forrester design room. A passionate, forbidden betrayal that will send shockwaves through every single family in Los Angeles. If Steffi and Wyatt cross that line, the fallout will be apocalyptic. Bill Spencer will hold the ultimate trump card. Imagine Dollar Bill discovering that his son is sleeping with the enemy CEO. Bill will weaponize that affair to blackmail Steffi, forcing her to surrender in the fashion war or risk exposing her infidelity to the world. The corporate stakes and the romantic stakes are twisting together into a lethal knot that is going to strangle everyone involved. And what about John Finnegan? The moment Finn realizes that his hesitation drove his wife straight into the arms of a Spencer, he will snap. The good doctor's pristine, calm demeanor will shatter. We are looking at a potential physical showdown between Finn and Wyatt. Finn will realize too late that Sheila's manipulation cost him everything he holds dear. He will have lost his wife, his family, and his dignity, all because he could not sever the toxic umbilical cord to a psychopath. Sheila Carter will be the ultimate victor in this twisted game of chess. This is exactly what she wants. Sheila knows that she cannot forcefully remove Steffi from Finn's life. So she is playing the long game. She is creating the friction. She is driving the wedge. Sheila is banking on Steffi's volatile nature. If Steffi runs to Wyatt, Sheila wins. Sheila gets her son all to herself, free from the dictatorial grip of the Forrester Queen. It is a masterful, evil, and brilliant psychological operation. Let's rewind and look at the psychological warfare Sheila is deploying. She is not using threats, she is using tears. She is sitting in Finn's office, painting herself as a broken, misunderstood woman who just wants to love her boy. Finn, bound by his Hippocratic oath and his inherent empathy, is biologically wired to heal. Sheila is exploiting his greatest strength and turning it into a fatal weakness. She is gaslighting him into believing that Steffi is the unreasonable one, that Steffi's trauma is just an excuse to be cruel. It is a sickening, brilliant strategy. Steffi, on the other hand, is operating on pure, unfiltered survival instinct. She remembers the cold, hard pavement in the alley. She remembers the bullet tearing through her flesh. She remembers watching her husband bleed out. For Steffi, Sheila is not a mother seeking redemption, she is the Grim Reaper waiting in the shadows. When Steffi sees Finn softening, she does not just feel betrayed, she feels a primal, terrifying threat to her children's lives. Her reaction will not be rational, it will be feral. She will lash out with a ferocity that will leave Finn entirely paralyzed. This paralysis is what creates the perfect vacuum for Wyatt Spencer. Let's talk about Wyatt's history. Wyatt has always been the charming, easygoing alternative to the heavy, brooding drama of Liam or the rigid morality of Finn. Wyatt is fun. Wyatt is spontaneous. Wyatt knows how to make Steffi laugh, even when her world is collapsing. In the midst of this suffocating darkness, Wyatt will represent a breath of fresh, intoxicating air. He will not judge her anger, he will validate it. He will not demand patience, he will offer an immediate, thrilling escape. But we cannot ignore the sinister shadow of Dollar Bill Spencer hovering over this entire reunion. Bill has explicitly commanded his sons to show no mercy to Forrester Creations. He is out for blood. If Bill catches wind that Wyatt has a direct, emotional line to the Forrester CEO, he will exploit it without a second thought. Bill will pressure Wyatt to use Steffi's vulnerability to sabotage her upcoming couture launches. He will demand that Wyatt extract trade secrets, launch dates, and financial vulnerabilities while Steffi is distracted by her crumbling marriage. This places Wyatt in an agonizing moral dilemma. He has always craved his father's approval, and he desperately wants to secure his place at the top of the Logan fashion empire. But Wyatt is not a sociopath. He has a heart, and that heart has always had a soft spot for Steffi Forrester. As he executes Bill's ruthless corporate espionage, he will inevitably find himself drowning in his own resurfacing emotions. The guilt will eat him alive, but the physical and emotional pull towards Steffi will be absolutely irresistible. It is a recipe for a spectacular, heart-wrenching disaster. Imagine the climax of this storyline. Steffi, completely alienated from Finn, gives in to her desires and falls into bed with Wyatt. For a fleeting moment, she feels empowered, desired, and free from the suffocating terror of Sheila Carter. But the morning after will bring a devastating reality check. Wyatt's corporate betrayal will come to light. Steffi will realize she traded a husband who was manipulated by a psychopath for an ex-husband who manipulated her for corporate gain. The absolute devastation will leave her completely shattered, isolated, and fighting for her sanity. And where does this leave the Forrester empire? Without Steffi's sharp, unyielding focus, the company will be a sitting duck for the Spencer war machine. Ridge is already scrambling to contain the fallout from Eric's viral meltdown. If Steffi is sidelined by a scandalous affair and a catastrophic divorce, Forrester Creations could face a hostile takeover or total financial ruin. The stakes have never been this astronomical. The fate of a multi-million-dollar fashion dynasty is hanging precariously on the fractured vows of a desperate, terrified wife. Finn is going to have to make the ultimate choice, but it will be too little, too late. When he finally opens his eyes to Sheila's manipulation, he will rush home to beg for Steffi's forgiveness, only to find the Cliff House empty. The realization that he pushed his soulmate into the arms of a Spencer will break him in ways no bullet ever could. Finn's journey from the perfect, devoted husband to a shattered, desperate man will be one of the most tragic arcs of the year. He will have to fight a war on two fronts, reclaiming his wife from Wyatt and destroying his mother once and for all. Meanwhile, Sheila will not stop at just ruining the marriage. Once Steffi is out of the picture, Sheila will move in for the kill. She will attempt to assert herself as the dominant maternal figure in Finn's life. She will demand access to Hayes. She will try to erase Steffi's legacy completely. But Sheila underestimates the sheer, vindictive power of a Forrester scorned. Steffi may be knocked down, but she is never out. When she discovers the depths of Sheila's plotting, her grief will transform into a cold, calculated vengeance. The summer sweeps are going to be a blood-soaked, tear-stained battlefield. The lines are drawn. Team Shin is on life support, and Team Wyatt is waiting in the wings, armed with charm and corporate deceit. Will Steffi find her way back to the man who saved her life, or will she embrace the dangerous, thrilling chaos of Wyatt Spencer? Will the Forrester empire survive the Spencer onslaught, or will Steffi's broken heart be the ultimate downfall of her family's legacy? The countdown to the ultimate betrayal has officially begun. Get ready, soap fans, because Los Angeles is about to go up in flames, and the heat is going to be absolutely unbearable. The secrets, the lies, the passion, and the power plays are colliding in a spectacular supernova of soap opera perfection. You will not want to miss a single, heart-stopping second of this monumental storyline as it unfolds, twists, and shatters everything we thought we knew about love and loyalty on The Bold and the Beautiful. Do you think Wyatt is playing Steffi for a corporate win, or is true love sparking again? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below, smash that subscribe button, and join the conversation.